Good morning, everyone. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, canning, recipes, a little bit of everything. It is broccoli transplant day into our 4-inch pots, getting ready for when the high tunnel is ready, that we will have some good, healthy, strong plants to put into the ground. So let me show you what I'm going to do. So here are my beautiful little seedlings that we started, I think, right at 3 weeks ago. They are doing really well. So we're going to pop these out and we're going to put them into our little 4-inch pots. It's already pretty hot this morning, guys. So let me show you the technique that we use once we start pulling these out of our little seeds. My husband did this with our tomato plants all last year. It was a great technique. So you can see it's getting some roots. You want to be very gentle with them, and you can see they're leggy. So we're going to push them down as much as we can, and then we're just going to add soil up. I'm going to go ahead and pull that one out. We're going to add soil up around it to give it some stability and some strength. And then when we get all these done, we'll water them really good and let them sit out a little bit until we're ready to put in the ground. So that second high tunnel, the big one, everything is going to go in the ground in that one. That is part of the USDA requirement for them providing you assistance. And we don't mind that at all. We've been modifying the soil out there, adding a lot of good nutrients, some good compost. We're building it up, so we're praying that we'll do just fine with these being in the ground. Now, we did do some things in the ground with our first high tunnel, the tomatoes, and they're in the ground again right now. Ooh, look at that nice root. So, and they did fine, and they're in the ground right now, and they did fine throughout the spring and throughout the summer. In the first high tunnel, we will also be using the wicking tubs throughout the winter. And then we have our raised beds that we can still utilize in the fall and in the winter. So there's various things that we're doing with our gardens. We have the conventional, the raised bed, the wicking tubs, and the high tunnel. I went and picked a beautiful piece of squash out of one of the squash plants in the high tunnel. I'm just really surprised, guys, at how well that squash is done out there, actually. Like I said in some of my other videos, we are normally completely done with squash. We get a harvest right at the front, and we have squash everywhere in our kitchen. But this year, it's coming in sporadically since it's in that high tunnel, and we even have some in the ground out there now. It looks like poo-poo. But even the squash in the ground seems to be prospering better this year than it has in the past. So some of these you'll see, I may have 2 plants in here, and I'm going to let them both go because I want to make sure that at least one of these survive to put into the ground. So we're moving along here, but I wanted to show you one of the cauliflowers that I have transplanted in one of these 4-inch pots a couple of weeks ago. We started these a little bit earlier, and so they seem to be doing well. So we'll have quite a few pots of broccoli and cauliflower to put in the ground when it's time. So let's continue on with our broccolis. So we are rocking along here, and you may notice that these right here are the tops that come with those black tubs that we use for wicking tubs. And why do we like to use these to put our little seeds in our 4-inch pots? Because once you water them and the water drips through, this holds it and it allows the plant to wick up from the bottom and get moisture throughout the day as it gets drier. So these have really come in handy when we purchased those black tubs for our wicking tubs. Okay, family, which is my friends and family. You can see here I got quite a few 4-inch pots. So these will stay exactly where they're at until it's time to plant in that high tunnel, which I hope is around the first week of September. Let's go check out my other seed startings and see where we're going to be on those. So here's the kale I started just a couple of days ago. Ooh-wee, guys. Starting to come up already. Here are my Texas grano onions. More of my early Texas grano onions. And me taking that broccoli has freed up a spot here in my handy dandy early morning sunshine spot. Shallots. And this is our kohlrabi and cabbage. And look, I'm getting a little bit of insect damage. I think, guys, that's grasshoppers. But anyway, so these will be next in the transplanting schedule, and I will do those tomorrow morning. Yep, we're enjoying some dark clouds come over. No rain, but it's helping the heat a little bit. I need a breeze. Good Lord, please give me a breeze, because you can see it is as still as it can be, and it's humid and it's hot, but not as hot as when the sun is out. And it's pepper time, guys. So our peppers are starting to bud out. It's heat. That's not uncommon. Peppers usually love the heat. Get me a little bell there. Getting me some banana peppers here. Now these, I bought some hatch green chilies yesterday. You know it's that time of year, my favorite. Did a video several years back on how to roast them and freeze them, but we're going to do them different this time. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you see what we do differently. Our basil's looking beautiful. This Arroyo Compollo plant is just gorgeous. The foliage is different leaves from peppers. I have quite a few buds. I'm not seeing any set fruit yet. Oh Lord, I hope we get some. But it is a beautiful plant, and this is one of our jalapenos. We're getting some really nice jalapenos. I'll be doing these at the same time I do the hatch green chilies, so stay tuned on that. So several of our tomato plants in the first high tunnel is starting to bud out. And look at my cucumbers. They are as well. We got that fan going because it's hot still. But look at there. Getting some really nice flowers on our tomatoes and our cucumbers here in this high tunnel. Can't wait to see how we do. And look at this squash plant. This has been in here all year, guys. It is still producing, and this one is too. We are getting some really nice squash off of them every couple of days. Really enjoying getting squash this late in the year here in Texas. These old maters are looking like HE double hockey sticks. Still going to keep them going just to see if we do get anything in the fall. We've got us a nice pepper plant mixed in here, intermingled somewhere in here. So I've got quite a few buds on this plant. Not sure. I think those may be some cayenne peppers. And you can see I'm still getting some little maters, and as long as I'm getting little maters, I'm going to keep them going. So we have fresh little maters all throughout as long as we can get them. So I need a breeze, guys. Just give me a good old north breeze right now, because we sure need it. Picking some of my peppers. So I'm about done for today. My daughter is bringing me a strawberry shortcake today, and lunch. She bought us dinner last night because yesterday was my 56th birthday. 56 years old, Friday the 13th. I was born on Friday the 13th. It's my lucky day. But anyway, so I'm going to enjoy my time with my grandson and my daughter, who's going to be here shortly. I will be doing another video tomorrow as I transplant those cabbages, because we got to make sure, guys, that we have plenty of greens ready to go for our fall garden. I really think that our fall harvest is going to be a good one this year. And we overplant, but who cares? Overplanting is good, because that way you know that you have plenty, depending on the size of your garden, to keep you sustained. And that's all about this game. Gardening was a hobby for me for such a long time. I enjoyed it, loved it. It was peace, but now it's become a necessity. And we are necessarily being necessary being proactive, being intentional about a fall garden, and we'll be starting our spring seeds probably in January. It's not that far away, guys. We're in the middle of August. We're talking about, let's see, September, October, November, 4.5 months. 4.5 months. Where did the year go? But anyway, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day. I hope you do too. Take care. God bless. And I'll update you on that freeze dryer. I have some chicken in there, and we're going to see how that does. So hit that subscribe button. Take care. Talk to you tomorrow.